do your own thing. So I'm recording. So Josephine is absent. Don't Stacy,
I'm present.
let me see you. Yeah, that is it. That's great. Yeah. Jacqueline Nyaga. Jacqueline.
I'm present.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Jacqueline. Alice Masesa.
She deferred.
Oh, she's not with us. Emily Gaki.
Present.
Is that Emily?
Yes.
Is this Emily? Is this Emily? Huh? Why do you look different, Emily? That's not you.
Why?
Because I know Emily Gaki, and you don't. Okay. Victoria. I also know Victoria.
I am
Yes, yes, that is Victoria.
I am
Yes, that's Victoria. Then Maureen John.
present.
Maureen John, okay. Okay. Juliet Kariuki. I know Juliet.
Present.
Yeah, I know Juliet. That's Juliet. Yeah, that's okay. Onesimus. Mwansia.
Present.
Where are you, Onesimus? Let me see you. Where is Onesimus? Onesimus Mwanzi, are you around?
Yes.
Let me see your face.
Representation na sisi.
Because the ladies have actually used their webcam. James Njoroge. Yeah, James, that's okay. So this man Onesimus, show us your face. Mhm. Violet Kemto.
I'm present.
Let me see your face, Violet. Use your webcam. Yeah, that's great. Wilson Maleve.
Yes.
That's okay, Maleve. Murimi Praise. Murimi Praise.
Present.
All right. James Bryan.
Brian deferred.
All right.
Brian deferred.
That's okay. Elizabeth Migu. Elizabeth, where are you? Is she around? Oh, there's this person, Onesimus Mwanzi.
My phone is unable to show the video.
Why is it unable? I can see it is opening. Now, for presenters, ensure you show us your webcam. So Onesimus is talking about phone. All right. Yes. Can start out. Let me stop sharing. So you can see your faces. So let's minimize noise in the background.
Let's minimize noise in the background.
As we are recording. So group,
As we are recording. So group, you
can proceed.
can proceed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now the rest of us we can
Now the rest of us we can
unmute.
we can unmute.
We can mute.
We can mute. We can mute. We can mute to allow
the presenter to proceed without echoes.
So good afternoon. My name is Onesimus. This is group 8. And our question was, the ecological conditions of England affects Anna Morgan's mental health. Discuss with relevance to Wild in the Dark. So since the synopsis of the novel has been presented, we will focus on how the ecological condition of England affects Anna's mental health.
Now we have a lot of echoes. I don't know. The rest of us we can mute. Just wait a bit. Let me. I think I can make some of the hosts and then we mute the rest. Just wait a bit. Okay, Nesmas, can you proceed?
My point number one is nostalgia for Caribbean landscape. So Anna constantly remembers the Caribbean landscape where she grew up, and this memory reveals how longing for a place where she felt a sense of belonging and emotional security. Can you hear me?
Continue.
Yeah, my point was nostalgia for Caribbean landscape. Anna constantly remembers the Caribbean landscape where she grew up, and these memories reveals a longing for a place where she felt a sense of belonging and emotional security. And I will quote from the text: the colors were different, the smell were different, everything was bright and alive there. She also recalls the natural landscape and warmth of the highland. She says, I could see the hills and the trees and the hot sun shining. These memories highlight the contrast between England and Caribbean environment. We see Maudie, a friend, influencing Anna's mental state, where she dismisses Anna's nostalgic memories and encourages her to focus on surviving in England rather than thinking about the past. And I will quote again from the text where Maudie advises Anna, you have got to be sensible. You can't go on dreaming about places that don't exist for you anymore. So the lack of empathy increases Anna's sense of isolation. So my colleague will now explain the 2 points remaining further. Thank you.
All right, who is the colleague? And to make you continue.
The question being how ecological conditions affected Anna Morgan's mental health. Yeah, we had the three poems. The first one having been the nostalgia, I'll be doing the second one, which is cold and gloomy weather. So in this cold and gloomy weather, you can see from the text, Anna repeatedly describes England weather as depressing. In the text, it says, it was cold and foggy and everything looked grey. And also another part, she remembers how England is like a cold, dark dream. The climate symbolizes the emotional coldness and lack of warmth in her life. Okay, you can see scholars like Lawrence Boyle, who argues that environmental conditions in literature often shape the emotional experiences of characters. So the cold and gloomy climate of England contributed significantly to Anna's emotional distress. Yeah, that's my point.
All right. Next.
The next
point number 3, the urban environment of England. The urban environment of England, particularly the cramped boarding houses and gloomy city streets, intensifies Anna's feelings of confinement and loneliness. I have an illustration from the text. Anna describes her living conditions as oppressive. Quotation, the room was small and dark, and the window looked out on a grey wall. These spaces reflect her emotional entrapment and lack of freedom. So we have some characters who are influencing Anna's mental state. We have Laurie. Laurie encourages Anna to rely on wealthy men for financial survival, exposing her to unstable and exploitative relationships. So she advises Anna that men can provide financial support if she learns how to deal with them properly. This advice pushes Anna towards a lifestyle that increases her emotional vulnerability. So we also have Ethel. Ethel represents the harsh reality of women struggling to survive in the city. The textual evidence is, through Ethel's experiences and conversations, Anna becomes aware of how difficult life is for women without financial security in England, which deepens her anxiety and despair. Under the theoretical perspective, we have a philosopher by the name Gaston Bachelard, who argues that confined physical spaces often symbolize psychological entrapment and emotional distress. That's my point.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, I'm the last presenter. I am doing the conclusion part. The ecological conditions of England, that is the cold climate, the gloomy atmosphere, and the oppressive urban environment, played a major role in shaping Anna Morgan's mental health to continue worsening in Voyage in the Dark. Anna's life in Caribbean is better, and her senses get more displaced while he interacts with characters such as Walter, Maudie, Rowry, Hester, and Ethel. And the more she stays in England, she gets more psychological struggles, and through this, environmental and social pressures. Jean Rhymes illustrates the emotional consequences of ecological and cultural displacement. Thank you.
All right, group. Let's give the group a virtual clap. Virtual clap. Let's give the
Hey,
group.
sir.
Hello?
I'm present.
Who is that? Who is that talking?
Josephine.
Josephine, you are not present. and you tried to use people to impersonate you.
Jamani.
To impersonate you, Josephine. Why do you use people to impersonate you? Let's give a virtual clap to the group first. I'm trying to look for my virtual clap, and I don't know, I cannot find it. Yeah, it is here. Yeah, so thank you, group, for making that presentation. But I wish to ask you, when you talk about ecological environment, what do we mean? What do we mean by ecological environment? In academic writing or scientific writing or scientific endeavors, always define major terms. Otherwise, in this question, you are likely to go out of topic. And once you go out of topic, you won't score much. So, group, what is a ecological environment? What do we mean by ecological environment? And that's why sometimes there was one of the presenters, I think the second last presenter, who was talking about Walter, Modi, characters. Actually, when in this one here, if you just focus on Anna and the ecological environment, if you start talking about Walter, about wealthy men, you will be deviating from the question. This question is not is about the ecological environment. That's why I'm asking you, group, as you write your paper. By the way, as you write your papers, be very careful. By the way, if there's a group which really went out of topic. The paper was not edited, and you see now at third year, you are moving towards the end, and you should exhibit more competence in your writing. Edit your paper. For the first years, I'm telling them to repeat. Yeah. But for you, if you don't edit your paper, you don't quote from the book, you don't have critical works, you don't have theoretical works, you will not score more than 4. You will not score more than 4 out of 10. So be thorough, follow the rules. That's why I've given you that example on the group, the example of a term paper. Please be thorough, edit your work. Yeah. Don't just write and then send. Go through your work, proofread, make it better. So group, what is ecological environment? What is ecological environment? If you don't define terms properly, you are likely to go out of topic.
I think the ecological environment
Yes.
is a natural surrounding in which characters live and interact.
Yes, the natural environment. Yes, the natural environment, the weather. We're talking about the rainfall, the topography of the land, the temperature, the natural environment. So when you are talking about, the urban landscape and also the gloomy weather, focus on the gloomy weather and how it affected Anna. Like the way she's supposed to dress in winter, and when she misses the warm environment of the Caribbean, that's a valid point. But if you talk about wealthy men, she survives on wealthy men. That's the cultural environment. This question is not about the cultural environment. The question is on the natural environment, the weather patterns, the temperature, the rainfall, and maybe London, the way it looks, the topography of the land. That is where you focus on. And that's why I'm happy when you talked about Boyle. Lawrence Boyle is one of the major thinkers in eco-criticism, in eco-literatures. He's one of the major thinkers in eco-literatures. So it's good you talked about Lawrence Boyle. But when you talked about characters and how Anna depends on them, that is what we call anthropocentric ethos. Now, this particular question is not focused on anthropocentric. Anthropocentric refers to human concerns. Now, in this particular question, we are not interested in human concerns. We are interested in ecological environment and how it affects the mental health of Anna. So that's the trajectory I want you to focus on as you write your paper. Don't talk about Walter, how Walter, she depends on Walter. Those are homocentric or anthropocentric or human concerns. This question is not about culture. This question is about the ecological environment, the non-human environment, the weather. Yeah, that the weather is also a living being and it can actively affect the lives of characters. Otherwise, thank you for the presentation. Write your paper.
Doctor,
Yes, ask.
okay, about characters. Part of the urban environment of England, I think that's where we mentioned the characters because the urban environment was influenced by characters like Rowley, who could advise Anna in a negative way to rely on men. So we felt as a group and we discussed as a group that the characters also they are part of the ecological, that one, yes, environment.
But when you say actually the urban environment, in that sense, bring in the urban environment in relation to how it looks. Like I liked the point when somebody described how the urban environment is very monotonous. Yeah, the way it looks. But don't talk about the culture. The way the urban characters behave, that is culture. And once you talk about culture in this question, that is called anthropocentric or homocentric concerns. Eco-criticism is not interested in human concerns. It's interested in the topography of the land, the climate, yeah, that is the weather, and of course, that is the temperature and the rainfall, and the topography of the land. It is not interested in people. So once you talk about how urban characters behave, you have gone into the urban culture. And in this question, we are not interested in culture. Next academic year, I will teach you advanced theory. And we'll talk about a theory called eco-criticism. You will now see what we are talking about. So this question is introducing you to eco-criticism. And that's why I don't want you to, and in fact, the current fourth years, they had an issue. Most of them did not know the difference between cultural environment and ecological environment. And in fact, a question of 20 marks, most of them were just getting 4 out of 20. That's why I keep insisting in this question of yours, once you just deviate and focus on how Anna depends on rich men, that one has nothing to do with the ecological environment. Tell us how she hates the cold in England. Okay, the question on how she misses Caribbean, that is okay, because Caribbean was warm. And then you talked about depressing, that the English environment, England was depressing because of the physical and also the natural, the weather of the place. But don't talk about the what? The people. This question is not on culture. There is a big difference. Of course, the ecological environment, unless you show us that the ecological environment affects the culture of the people of England, that one you will score. If you show us how the ecological environment affects the culture, that one you will pass. But if you talk about how culture affects Anna, it will be out of topic. It will not be considered. Buell, maybe, but I don't want to talk a lot about that now because next semester we will talk about eco-criticism. And that's how we will delve into how Buell emphasizes the importance of the ecological environment in human life, and also have more critical works in your paper. Have at least two, because this book was published in 1934. Have some more critical works. I'm sure you will find somebody, even those who have talked about cultural environment, you can use them to say that much as they talk about the culture, this paper focuses on how the ecological environment affects Anne's mental health. I hope that is okay, because we have many other groups to present. So thank you, group. So Josephine, have you come now? Show us your face again. Hiyo mambo ya kuchelewa hatutaki. At least now we can see you in class. Sawa. So thank you, group. Let's now go to the unless somebody else has a question. Let's go to the next group. Which is this next group? Is it group 10? Group 10, are you around?
Yes, we are around.
Let us look for group 10 so that we take the roll call. And as usual, I think you should be able to show us your face, because we
Shared.
Group 10. Mukiri, Nefa. Mukiri, are you around? Mukiri. Nefa. Nefa Mukiri, are you around? Is he absent? Eunice Nyambura? Eunice Nyambura, are you around? Jackson Mwika?
Yes, I'm around.
Jackson Mwika? Jackson, are you around? Nahum?
Present.
Yeah, I can see Nahum. Daniel Musili? Daniel Musili?
Wow.
Anthony Mwania? Anthony Mwania? Hildash Richard?
I'm present.
Show us your face, Richard.
My face, I can't access it.
Show us your face.
I will, in a few.
Show us your webcam.
Let me fix it in a few.
In a few words, finish your sentence.
A few minutes.
Kevin Kaliunga? Kevin Kaliunga?
I'm present.
Show us your face. Kevin Kaliunga? There's nothing to hide. I don't know why people should hide. Like the other group, you can see most of the people used their webcam. We saw them. So that's why I'm also not hiding. Why should we hide? Online classes are not opportunities to hide. They are just classes like any other. Rispa Nyambura?
I'm present.
Yeah, use your webcam. And even those who present, show us your face. Don't hide. Rispa, where are you? And basically, the reason why people hide is because they want to use others. Is that Rispa?
Yeah.
All right. Kevin? Kevin and Richard? Use your webcam. Grace Onyango?
I'm present.
Grace Onyango? Is that
I'm present.
show us your webcam? Is that Kevin? KK, who are you? Who is KK?
Yes, it's Kevin.
Kevin, eh? Yeah, Kevin,
Yeah.
that's okay. Yeah, just show us your face. You are present. Richard? Richard, where are you? Richard? Grace Onyango?
I'm present.
You are using someone's phone.
No, it's my phone.
But why is it indicated Martha Jebto? Are you Grace Onyango or you are a mother? Where is Grace?
I'm the one.
Okay. But if you are using your phone, why are you called Martha Jebto? All right. That's okay. Rebecca Mulwa?
Present.
Rebecca?
Present.
Show us your face. Let us see you. Okay, Richard, I can see you. Richard, can you wave to us? Richard? Toa hizo goggles. Remove those goggles. Watu wakuone.
They are my glasses. I can't see without them.
You mean you have eye problems?
I can't see without them.
Meaning you have problem.
Yes.
You are lying. I know you are just
You are lying. I know you are just
No, I can't see without them.
I'm present.
I'm present.
Who is that saying is present?
Who is that saying is present?
Anthony.
Anthony Mania. Anthony, show us your face.
Anthony, show us your face.
Okay.
I can just see seats and furniture. There's no person there. Janet Mumbi. Who is this now? 854. Who is he? Speak.
Anthony,
okay. That's okay now. Anthony is present. Janet Mumbi. Janet Mumbi. Fancy Songol.
I'm present.
Show us your webcam. Use your webcam. Fancy. Is it Fancy or Janet?
Fancy.
Fancy, show us use your webcam. Winfred Dolo. Janet Mumbi, I'm here to see you. Janet? So this is just a class like any other. You speak. You speak. You don't need to hide. Fancy, let's see you.
I'm present.
Let's see you. I've not seen you. I want to see you. Hey, why are you hiding? But this is Mary Wairimu.
But
My phone is not working.
All right, all right. Janet Mumbi. Janet, are you present? Janet, are you present?
Yes.
Yeah, let us see you. Kuna mambo ya kuhide. What are we hiding, really? Are we murderers? But this one was who? This Mary Wairimu. Who is this Mary Wairimu now? Is this Janet? Mary. This Mary Wairimu. Is it Janet? Winifred? Now I've
Present.
not. Okay. Show us your face. Janet, I have not seen you. Is Janet present? Janet Mumbi. I think Janet is absent.
Yes, I'm present.
Where are we? Where are you? And it's just one voice shouting. Just one voice. In fact, the voices are not different. Winfred, is that you?
Present. Yes.
Winfred, is that you?
Yes.
All right. Janet, I'm yet to hear from Janet. But this is the same person who said she's fancy. This is Mary
Yes,
Wairimu here.
I'm present.
You are fancy.
Very worrying.
And where is fancy? Where is the fancy Songol? Fancy Songol.
I'm present.
Where are you? Show me your face. Yeah, that is now fancy. That's now somewhere. Why do you hide? Yeah, just show us your face. Yeah, that's great. Janet, I now want to see Janet. Where is Janet? Janet Mumbi. Janet is absent.
I'm not absent.
Hey, show us your webcam. And you are wasting our time.
We are sharing a phone.
At Nini?
We are sharing a phone for
Hey,
Mary
show us your
Wairimu.
face. Show us your webcam. Show us your webcam.
Okay, for
There's
Mary
nothing
Wairimu
wrong.
is
There's
there.
nothing wrong sharing. Let us see you. Because I don't want instances of impersonation. People want to harvest where they did not sow. So Janet is now the Mary Wairimu. Where is Janet? Yeah, why do you hide Janet? That is low self-esteem, and we don't want to encourage that. Yeah, yeah. Very soon you are graduating, you will be a teacher. Be confident. So that's great. I think almost everyone, except Daniel
Yes, sir.
Musili. Daniel Musili, are you present? Daniel Musili and Jackson Mwika. Jackson, where are you? Show us your face. Because we don't want people who get free marks. We don't want. Jackson Mwika, are you around? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, just show us your face. Kuna haja ya kujificha. Eunice Nyambura and Amnefa, are you around? Mukiri?
Yes, I'm present.
Yeah, show us your face, Mukiri. Yeah, be confident.
Eunice, I'm present.
But I cannot see you. I can just see some dark. Grace Onyango, are you the one in darkness? Okay. Grace, we are through with you. Amnefa is the one I want to see. Amnefa. Yes, I know Amnefa. In fact, I know you. So naona sasa. So acha kujificha. Yeah, at least I now know my students. Eunice is the one who is absent. Eunice Nyambura. Eunice Nyambura, are you present? Eunice? Is it 741? 741 is who? Why are you muted? Eunice, are you present? Somebody to speak for this person. maybe because this thing is serious, because when people lose marks, they complain a lot. That's why I'm taking time to take the roll call and also learn to use this. Eunice Nyambura, are you present? If you cannot use your chat, if you cannot speak, use your chat so that we don't want to punish. Okay, she has used her chat. Eunice is present. All right. So I think that's okay, because we don't want to punish innocent people. Great. So go ahead now. When presenting, you can share your video, but let me make you, I will make the presenter the host, the co-host, and then mute the rest. Okay. Who is the first one to go?
I'm Nefa.
I'm Nefa. Okay. Let me make you participants. Nefa is here. Let me make you a co-host. You are a co-host, Nefa. And we can mute the rest. Okay, you can start, Nefa.
So our question was comment on how the use of language in home stretch Caribbean hybridity reality. And I'll do the introduction.
Proceed.
Velma Pollard's homestretch reflect the Caribbean hybrid reality through a linguistic blend of Standard English and Jamaican Creole, mirroring the post-colonial tension between colonial legacies and indigenous expression. The novel utilizes this code switching to highlight the fractured identities of returning migrants negotiating between foreign, that is United States and UK, experiences and their home culture, blending oral traditions with written narrative to present a liminal or in-between space. Yes, that was my presentation. Thank you.
All right, next. Who is the next? Next presenter, let's move faster. Next presenter. Is it Jackson?
Yes, I'm ready. So the first point is constituting a cultural identity. The protagonist is often situated between languages depending on comfort level and the Jamaicanness of the situation. When she becomes from England,
We cannot hear you, Jackson. Can you speak up?
Yes.
Move
so
closer
the first
to your
point
Move closer to your device.
as cultural constituting as cultural identity. The
Continue.
protagonist is of and then I'm saying the protagonist is often switches between languages depending on our comfort level and the Jamaicanness of the situation. When she returns from England, her speech reflects her struggle to reclaim her roots.
Since Creole
Son, we
structures when
cannot.
expressing people.
You are breaking so much.
Eh?
You are breaking so much, we cannot get you.
I'm saying, for example, while Indian generally speaks standard English, she slips into Creole structures when expressing deep emotion or familiarity, such as using the habitual "do" or "didn't," or specific idioms like "cho" to express frustration. This shows a hybrid state partly shaped by the metropole London, but anchored in the Caribbean. That is my point.
Okay, next.
Okay, point 2.
Who is
Another
the-
example. Please.
Who is presenting now? 850.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another example of how this hybrid reality is voiced in the novel is the narrative.
Are you muted? Have I muted you? Continue. We cannot hear you. Hello. We cannot hear you. Cannot hear what she's saying. We cannot hear what she's saying, so is she still there? Okay, someone else to present. Group, are you still there? Group 10, are you still there?
We are present.
Because your colleague is not saying anything and you're just quiet.
Maybe it's network.
My point was,
Mhm.
I start.
Yeah, repeat.
Another example was the narrative in between. Pollard often keeps the narration in standard English but allows the rhythm of the Caribbean to seep into the prose, creating a creolized English. Example, In describing the landscape or the community reaction to the returnees, the narrator uses standard English grammar but adopts local metaphors. Now this mirrors the hybrid reality of a person who is educated in the Western tradition but thinks through a Caribbean lens. Some of the examples of the local metaphor that the narrator uses are the following. The fatherhood, symbolically used to represent historical and cultural identity. A society without fathers, in quotes, is metaphorically marooned, existing without a clear sense of past or belonging. Yeah, I'm done.
Right, next. Who is the next presenter? Have you done the four presenters? Are we done with the four presenters? Next. Next presenter.
Okay.
And when you are
Okay,
presenting,
so
you can even show us your face. This issue of hiding. Continue.
so I'm Grace, and I'm going to present on the third point on social hierarchy and proper speech.
Continue.
The character David often uses more formal English to maintain a certain status, but the community around him responds in broad, in quotes, patois. Example, interactions with characters like Charlie highlights this gap. Charlie's speech is heavy with Creole features. Them see you is big man.
Continue, Grace.
Sorry, I'll continue. And I'll give an example. Interactions with characters like Charlie highlights this gap of social hierarchy. Charlie's speech is heavy with Creole features. For example, them see you is big man now. The juxtaposition of David's Polish sentence against Charlie's raw dialect illustrates the social layering that defines the post-colonial Caribbean. Yeah, that's my point.
Do you have another presenter?
I think we are done.
Do you have another presenter, or that was the last one? Any other presenter group?
There's no one.
You are done, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Now, one of your major weaknesses is you are not giving enough examples. When you say, okay, I think it's Grace who talked about David using formal English, but the people respond in Patois, and I think she just gave one example or something. So as you write your paper, give enough examples. Give enough examples. We're talking about Patois. Charlie uses Patois. Then ensure that you give us enough examples of Patois. For literature, always ensure that you demonstrate proper mastery of the primary text. So always give enough examples. That is your weakness. Like the first presenter, I hardly saw any serious example. I think he just paraphrased, yeah. But we want those, you know, if possible, it should be episodic. Go to the book and give us a particular episode where a certain dialect was used. So if you are just very general, you won't score. So please, and also the question of hybrid reality, try to focus on the hybrid reality. That Caribbean is a hybrid reality. So define the term hybrid reality, the concept of hybrid reality in the first paragraph, and ensure that you give enough examples. So I think that is your weakness. So as you write your paper, let me see those examples, and don't forget critical works and theoretical works in your paper. And when you write a term paper, I also want to discourage very many subheadings. A term paper should just have 3 major subheadings: introduction, and then have a title for the main body, All those short points, convert them into paragraphs, and then have a conclusion. A term paper has just 3 parts. Avoid too many subheadings. You will not score much. If you just make notes and throw them at me, at your age now, you know, you should have known how to write term papers properly. I know I never taught you in the first year, but I've given you an example, and keep asking so that you know how to write a term paper. Most of you don't know, and that's not good. As you approach graduation, yeah, by now you'd have mastered, you know, the science of writing a term paper, especially in literature. There's a course called critical writing in literature. That's where you are supposed to have learned how to write good term papers in literature. And again, for us in literature, we don't use very many subheadings like literature review, methodology. Now we reserve that one for masters. At your level now, a term paper, we don't need all that. Even abstract at your level now, we don't need an abstract. Just have a good introduction where you show the gap, come to the main body, and indicate the primary text. Ensure that you mix, of course, the discussion with critical works and the philosophical works or theoretical works, and then have a conclusion. So I've given you an example, please, and have enough, you know, interact with the primary text well. So your presentation, I think that was the weakness. You did not interact very well with the primary text because most of the episodes are a bit sketchy. Sketchy. Any question? So is it group 11 now? Group 11. Group 11. Are you present? Did they present? Now, group 11, they will present in class. Group 12 will present in class. Because this is a book we have not discussed. We will do it face to face. I think we go to, is it group 14? Yes, group 14. Group 14, are you around?
Yes, we are around.
Okay, let me take the roll call now. Group 14. Ian Kinyua.
Present.
Show us your face, Ian.
Show us your face, Ian.
Right. Anne Wanjira.
Right. Anne Wanjira.
Use your webcam, Anne.
Welcome.
Anne Wanjira.
Anne Wanjira.
Present.
Use your webcam. Right.
Welcome. Right.
Peter Wangaru.
Peter Wangaru.
Peter Wangaru.
Peter Wangaru.
Is absent.
Is absent.
Simon Kiragu.
Simon Kiragu.
Simon Kiragu.
Simon Kiragu.
Right. Simon is there.
Right. Simon is
Catherine Jerry.
Catherine Jerry.
Catherine.
Catherine.
Present.
Present.
Use your webcam.
Welcome.
All right. That's Catherine.
Right. That's good.
Lois Gadoni.
Lois Gadoni.
Lois Gadoni.
Lois Gadoni.
Are you present?
Present.
Okay. Lois is absent.
Yeah. Lois is absent.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
I'm present. Lois is present.
Lois is present.
Lois is absent.
Lois is
I
absent.
think I gave you 2 minutes.
I gave you 2 minutes.
And if you are present, then show
I'm
us your
present.
webcam. Show us your webcam.
Show us your webcam.
Just do the way others are doing it.
Just do the way others are doing it.
Lois.
Lois.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
And if you look at your screen, I'm marking the register. Just look at your screen and you will see those who are absent. Those who are absent have an asterisk against their names. Grace Wangeshi.
Grace Wangeshi.
Lucy Murphy.
Lucy Murphy.
Present.
Show us your webcam.
Show us your webcam.
Use your webcam. Show us your
Show us
your face.
your face.
So that is Lucy.
That is Lucy.
All right. Eli Kiprotich.
Eli Kiprotich.
Eli Kiprotich.
Eli Kiprotich.
Present. Yoyesta.
Yoyesta.
Present.
Show us your face.
Show us your face.
Right, Joy.
Right, Joy.
Peter Mugaka.
Peter Mugaka.
Peter Mugaka.
Peter Mugaka.
Absent.
Kai, my friend.
Anthony Bryan.
Imagine. Kai.
Anthony Bryan. Absent.
I'm present.
But I've called you twice.
The
The mic is not open. It's not getting turned on here.
It is you to turn it on. So show us your face. It is you to turn it on. And now you are 30 years. By now, these things you should now be acquainted with them. Anthony, show us your face.
Yeah.
I've just seen you a dark room where
I'm here.
I can see
I'm
a
here.
door. Yeah, that's better now. Yeah, that's better now. Peter Mugaka is absent. Grace Wangeshi is absent. Lois Gadoni is absent. And Peter Wangaru is absent. Is it true? Is that okay? I can see Lois Gadoni, but it's indicated absent here. What's the problem, Lois? Just explain yourself. I can see your name, but I cannot see your face, so I don't know whether... Benjamin Washira? Benjamin Washira? Is he present? Shadrach Mwaura?
Present.
Show us your face, Shadrach.
Mbona najaribu kuturn on video na sioni.
All right. Lois Gadoni, are you present?
Yes, I'm present.
That is you, eh?
Yes.
All right. So Shadrach is present. Shadrach, I think I've seen Shadrach. Andrew Gishingiri?
Present.
Andrew, show us your face, please. Benjamin Washira? Benjamin Washira? Andrew, can you show us your face, please?
Present. Yeah.
Ah, that's okay, Andrew. And Shadrach. Benjamin is the one who is absent. Benjamin Washira? All right. I think it's Peter Mugaka. Benjamin? Peter Wangaru? Peter, are you present? Peter Wangaru?
I'm present. Yes.
Okay, I can see you. All right. Peter is present. Lois is present. Grace Wangeshi? Grace, are you present? Grace is absent. Eli Kiprotich? Peter Mugaka? All right, I think we are ready to go. Okay, let me stop sharing. Who is the first one to present?
I'll be the first one to present.
Okay, that is Lois. Let me look for Lois. I make you the co-host. And then I mute all. So Lois, you can go. Lois, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
So our question was analyze the effect of symbolism in race, voyage in the dark. So this question is about how Jean Reyes uses symbolism to shape how the reader interprets the novel's deeper meaning. So since the other groups gave the synopsis, I'm going to talk about the title, Voyage in the Dark. So voyage is a long journey involving travel by sea or in space. In the book, voyage symbolizes the irreversible journey of Anna from her homeland. And dark symbolizes the gloomy atmosphere of London. In the first line of the novel, Anna says, "It was as if a curtain had fallen." This symbolized the abrupt separation between her past life and the present. Jean Reyes interviewed with David Plant in Difficult Woman, a memo of 1983. She says, "I can't invent characters. I don't think I know what characters is. I'll just write about what happened. Not that my books are entirely my life, but almost." So, Jean uses Voyage in the Dark to symbolize her character in Anna Morgan. And this shows the writer's longing for recognition. Thank you. I'll welcome the next presenter.
Right, that's good. Next presenter, who is the next presenter? Who is the next presenter? Let's move faster.
So I'm the next presenter.
Who is that?
Peter Wangaro.
Okay. Let me make you the co-host. Just wait for 1 second. Let co-host confirm. Mute all. Continue. Continue, Peter. Peter, where are you? Continue. Are you muted? It happened again. Peter?
So
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue.
So in page 31, the protagonist Anna Morgan says that I always wanted to be black. I always wanted to be black. I was happy because Francine was there, and I watched her hand waving a fan backwards and forward, and that the beads of sweat that rolled from underneath her handkerchief. Being black is warm and gay. Being white is cold and sad. This reveals the deep and cultural connection to the black women who raised her, whose name is Francine. Anna Morgan associates that blackness with vitality and comfort, while whiteness is associated with isolation, and while she associates whiteness with sterility and isolation. The effect is that it dramatizes Anna's fractured identity while criticizing the colonial notions of the race and belonging. It's a symbol of dislocation and alienation, which enhances the theme of performative ambivalence, because in page 65, she argues with Esther. She says that I tried to teach you to talk like a lady and behave like a lady and not like a nigger. And of course, I couldn't do it. It's impossible to get you away from the servants. It's difficult. It's impossible to distinguish you away from the servants. The awful sing-song voice you had exactly like that of a nigger. You talked like and still do exactly like that dreadful girl, Francine. That's my point.
So, Peter, what is your major symbol? In short, which
okay, my symbol is the symbol is the blackness, where she always wanted to be black. This symbolizes her it shows it dramatizes her fractured identity while also criticizing the colonial notions of race and belonging.
All right, and also an element of alienation, self-alienation, because basically this character is white, but she wants to be black. All right. Who is the next?
Good afternoon.
Who is the next presenter? Is it Simon?
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. Who is speaking?
I'm going to Rook. Simon.
Simon, okay. Just wait a bit. Just wait for 5 seconds. I make you a co-host and then mute all. Go ahead, Simon. Simon, you can unmute. Unmute, Simon. Unmute yourself. Simon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to look at the mirror as a symbol used in the novel, and I'll start by quoting the text. Page 38, Anna says, I looked at myself in the glass. I looked like a ghost. I looked like a person who had been dead for a long time. So I'm going to give the different meanings of the mirror as used in the text. The first one, mirror is a distorted self-perception. The mirror does not give Anna clear self-knowledge. It gives her a fragmented, uncertain image. Anna finds herself continuously pulled toward the looking glass, reflecting on her self-image. The mirror becomes a powerful reflector of Anna's pain and suffering, exemplifying her troubled view of herself. She looks at herself but cannot trust what she sees.
You are breaking, Simon. Simon, we cannot hear you.
My first point is the mirror is external judgment.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
So the concept to sociologist Charles Horton Curry concepts of looking glass self, the idea that we form our identity by imagining how we appear to others. Anna's sense of self is entirely dependent on external judgment. She cannot simply be, she must be seen and approved of. The second meaning of mirror is the mirror and coronial distortion. Here, the mirror returns someone caught in between, not quite English, less than fully Caribbean. The distorted relation of two images, neither of which is really her, but which beckon.
Simon, you are breaking again. Move closer to your device. Simon is breaking a lot. His network is unstable. Maybe you can have another presenter. But the point was very strong. The mirror was very strong. The technology has failed him. Next presenter, the last one. Who is the next presenter?
Hello,
Hello, who is this?
Lucy.
Lucy Mwathi. Just wait for 2 seconds. I make you a co-host. Right, continue, Lucy. Can unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Lucy. Continue.
Okay, I was looking at the next point of clothing as a
What is wrong? You have also disappeared, eh? Why is your group breaking so much? The other groups did very well, but your group is breaking so much. Previous groups have not had issues, but your group.
Hello.
Hello, why are you breaking so much, Lucy? Move closer to your device and proceed.
Okay, I was saying that clothing in Voyage in the Dark is seen as a
Continue. I've muted yourself. Unmute. Unmute yourself. You're already struggling with the digital literacy. As a CBC teacher, you are supposed to understand how to operate these things, how to operate these devices. And the more you break, people are going, people are leaving. These breaks are discouraging people. When we began, we were 84. Now we are 76. Because actually Lucy has muted herself, and she wants to present. You cannot present when you have muted yourself. Maybe she's speaking, but we cannot hear anything. So group, at the end of the day, how can I judge your content if you are just breaking? You start, you mute yourself, wasting time. And we are recording. Now, how can we record such content? Yeah. So far I've not heard anything from this group except at least a message on blackness, the mirror.
Hello.
Lucy, you are just wasting our time. Yeah?
No, I'm back.
You start, then you mute yourself. Then you waste 10 minutes, surely. People are even leaving.
No, I'm back.
Yeah, what's the problem?
So I'm back. I
Mhm.
wanted to present a point on clothing,
Mhm.
clothing and the commodified female body in Voyage in the Dark. So in Voyage in the Dark, Jean presents clothes as not as a personal taste, but as a social tool that affects how people are seen and how they carry out themselves. This enforces the commodification of the female body. It is seen as a value, it becomes as a value of identity, social acceptance, and social acceptance. So Anna in the book is a character that shows this issue of clothing. She says, I had a feeling that I had no right to be there, no right to be anywhere, unless I had some money or some clothes. So Anna desires to have clothes and feels like a sense of belonging can only come if she has clothing. She, even when she meets this husband of his, Walter, she even when she meets Walter, she uses the money that she's given to buy clothes for her to get a position in the community. So just as Mary Emery, a scholar, argues that female body operates as a part of economic exchange system, and women are not fully recognized as people with inner lives. Instead, they are recognized by their appearance. So the fact that Anna did not and was not able to just appear and just be herself, and she felt like minor in the community, shows women as commodities in the society. It also brings the theme of Nini, the theme of
Which theme?
it brings the theme of alienation. It brings the theme of alienation. When she goes to England, she has to just change herself to be accepted in that society.
Are you through? All right. But if I may ask, okay, is that the last presenter or there is someone else? Grace Gangeshi, your hand is up. Grace, your hand is up. Go ahead. Or it was by accident. Okay, group, is that the last presenter? Now, I think the group has had a lot of challenges with the connectivity. Maybe it's just because of one of the reasons could be low digital literacy. So we need to acquaint ourselves with these devices because the world is really changing. We need to embrace technology. That's why sometimes I also pressure such sessions so that you get exposed to these things. And also learn to share your webcam, also learn to prepare slides so that you even present using PowerPoint. A university student should be able to prepare a PowerPoint and make a PowerPoint presentation. So some of the competences you need, because you are going outside there, going to be teachers, and you need to know how to make presentations. Maybe group, if I may ask, there are so many characters who complain that Anne does not know how to dress. So how does the clothing function in that? Does it just symbolize a commodification of women, the way Lois is saying, or there's something more to it? There are very many characters who say that Anne does not know how to dress. Is that commodification, or there's something more to it? And you see, when she was in the Caribbean, nobody used to tell her that. But now in England, they persistently complain that she does not know how to dress. What does that signify? Or which theme does that express? Is it just commodification the way Lois is saying? Any reaction from the group? Any reaction from the class, the other members of the class?
I feel like her clothing
Mm.
were also a way of survival. She uses her dress codes, like those coats and what, so that she can fit in the society, because that's how the society also dresses. It brings out. It brings.
So why do they find her incapable of dressing appropriately? Is it just because of cash, or what could be the reason?
Can I answer?
Yes, Sharon?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying, but I also think that it's othering in a way, because she's trying to fit in into a society. Remember, she's from Caribbean and she's trying to fit in into a society, and people are really not don't like her dressing, the way she dresses or the way she looks, because she's trying to fit in, and they isolate her, or it's like gender othering, not gender othering actually, but I feel like they isolate her because, or they don't like the way she dresses just because of where she comes from. That's
Because of where she comes from. So which type of othering is that? I'm happy you have said it's not gender. Yeah, that's not gender othering. But there is othering along which pole? Which pole? Is it because there are different strands of othering. So which strand is this? It is not gender. And then you have
Yes, it
said
is
because
not.
of where she comes from. So which type of othering is this?
Class.
Class? Is it class?
No, it's not class.
Why do you say class? But he has a point. It could also maybe maybe she dresses cheaply. That's why he's saying class. Any other? But Sharon, you said because of where he comes from, she comes from. So so what is the difference between where she comes from? Which type of othering is this?
This is cultural.
Cultural, very good. It is cultural othering. Yes, it is cultural othering. Yeah. The way she used to dress in the Caribbean, and because Caribbean is also warm, the ecological environment also affects culture. Because the place is warm, people dress differently. She's not used to winter clothing, springs, new word, or autumn clothing. She's not used to all that. So it's also cultural. Yeah, so group, that is okay. Although you had we have taken more time because of connectivity. Sometimes we have lost you. You have good points, but connectivity, you had a lot of challenges. But now I'm wondering why you? Because the other groups, like the first group, they did it very fast. In fact, within 6 minutes, they were through. So your challenge was basically connectivity, but the content, at least you have it. So let's clap for the group. Let's give them a virtual clap as a welcome group 15. Let's give them a virtual clap. Thank you for appreciating them. Is that Grace or who is this now? Where were you when I was taking the roll call? Grace, you are not serious. Let me see. Let me just look at. So according to group 14, yeah, I think Grace. Grace is trying to say that she's present, but be very keen when I'm taking the roll call, please, because that's where the rubber meets the road. So let's now go to group 15. Are you present, group 15?
Yes.
Right. So we do the same. Please, once I call your name, show us your face. Karemeri Esther. Karemeri Esther, are you present? Brian Odhiambo.
Present. Present.
And we are not joking, Brian. We don't want jokes here. We are not
Present.
joking. We are in a class. We're not interested in those jokes. Joroge Simon.
Present.
Right. Sharon.
Present.
Sharon, show us your face. Right, that is Sharon. Shirley Marcos. Shirley Marcos. Show us your face, Shirley. Shirley, we cannot. Are you there?
This meeting is being recorded.
Present.
Show us your face. All right. That is Shirley. That's great. Alexander, is it Mrimi or Mrimi? Alexander? Alexander? Harriet Acheng? Harriet Acheng?
Can you mute it?
Harriet Acheng? Harriet, show us your face. Harriet is absent. Harriet Acheng.
Present.
Show us your face. Show us your face. Let us see you, Harriet. Okay, I think I can see someone, but not very clearly. Brian, karaoke. Brian, karaoke. Alexander Mrimi, are you present? That is Alexander.
Yes.
Right. So I think Alexander present. Brian, karaoke. Brian is absent. Cynthia Pampa. Cynthia Pamba. Cynthia Pampa? Are you present, Cynthia? Cynthia is absent. Mary Waidera? Mary Waidera? Mary is
Present.
absent. Where are you, Mary? All right.
Yes,
all
I
right.
am.
Okay. Jacinta Maina? Jacinta?
Present.
Okay, that's Jacinta. Stella Kerubo? Okay, that is, I think Jacinta is present. Mary Waidera is present. Cynthia Pampa is absent.
I'm present.
Where are you? Cynthia, where are you? I've
I'm
seen
here.
that is Stella. Cynthia?
Yes.
You are the one you are the one called Stella Kerubo.
No.
But your phone is saying Stella Kerubo. Where is Stella?
Mine is Cynthia Pamba.
Oh, okay, I can see. That's okay. Wendy, is it Wendy or Wendy Macharia? Wendy Macharia? Kiplagat Cheruto? Wendy Macharia?
Present.
Who is that now? Wendy?
Yes.
All right. Kiplagat Cheruto?
Present.
But here you are called Mercy. Are you Mercy?
Yes.
Okay. Jimmy?
Present.
Where are you, Jimmy? Can just hear your voice. I want to see your face. Jimmy?
I'm here.
All right, Jimmy. Karemeri Esther?
Yes, I'm present.
Karemeri, where are you?
I'm here. I'm present.
Let me see your face, Esther. All right. Brian Kariuki? Is Brian absent? Okay, let's continue, group. Who is the first presenter?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Okay. Cynthia. I cannot.
Pamba.
Let me see if I can get you here. Cynthia Pampa. So I make you a co-host. And mute everyone else. So Cynthia, you can unmute yourself from your side, from your end. Unmute yourself from your end, Cynthia. And proceed. Unmute yourself first.
Yes, I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Continue, proceed. Cannot hear you, Cynthia. Can you speak?
Our question was,
Hmm?
I hope you can hear me.
Can hear you.
Yes, our question was, slaves faced very many challenges during the voyage and in slave holdings. Support with reference to Braithwaite's Arrivals. So
Move closer to your device so that you don't break. Cynthia? We cannot hear you. Cynthia, we cannot hear you.
what about now?
Yes, I can hear you. Move closer to your device. Continue. Cynthia, where are you now? We cannot hear anything. People are now having connectivity issues, but we had started very well. The first groups had no issues, but now we are having a lot of issues. Now we are having a lot of issues. Cynthia, we cannot hear you. Maybe what is the problem? I don't know. I don't know whether we should. Google Meet is good, but Google Meet does not record anything. That's why I don't like Google Meet nowadays. It doesn't record anything. We may be forced to go to Google Meet. Because now we are not making any serious progress. And we have 3 other groups to present. Cynthia, where are you? We may have to stop this and go to Google Meet. Group 15. Any other person?
Yes, there are actually 3 people who are going to present, apart from Cynthia, who was going for introduction.
But what is wrong? Which challenges is he having? Is she having? Which challenges is she having?
Maybe the network, or yeah, I think the network basically.
So that is Sharon. Let me make you the co-host. But you know, it's so Sharon, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Continue.
So I would really want to do the question on the arrivals. But before that, my page is 18 and 20. I had to explicate those lines and discuss more on them. But the other pages you told us to read, the other people were going to explicate about that. So I don't know if I can do that before them. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay, so just give me 1 minute, as I'm trying to prepare my notes. So our question was on slave. It says our question was slaves faced many challenges during the voyage and in slave holdings. Support with reference to Braithwaite's arrivals. I'm going to take page 18 and 20. This is so good because you had really explicated it in class, and I'm so happy that I get to also do much on the same. My first point is on, I really have so many points. I don't know, because I had to explicate many lines, and it gave me a lot of many themes, and also I used Franz Fanon in explicating the lines. So if you would really allow me, I would like to continue with the pages, not line by line actually, because you had gone through that. And I know that people in class really know that we read the poem and you saw what happened. So I will just be brushing through. I have 5 points that I got from that line, from those lines, that I felt like it was so important to explicate on them. And my first point is on memory and the pain of the past. I would like to start with the line, yes, I remember, but what good is recollection now? The speaker acknowledges remembering the past, especially the experiences of slavery and displacement from Africa. However, he questions the usefulness remembering, because the suffering is already deeply rooted and irreversible. Memory becomes painful rather than healing. I mean, if you people have gone through traumas, sometimes it's so hard to forget about all these traumas. And people, the most things that the blacks face, or maybe the slaves face, or even migrants out there, is the psychological trauma. Many people are going on drugs and they're depressed just because of the trauma they go through. My second point is on brutality of plantation labor, where these cartwheels, I'll quote the line, where these cartwheels turn over hearts or crush hard our hearts. So the cartwheels symbolize the plantation machinery and agricultural labor. Their turning represents the continuous exploitation of enslaved workers. The imagery of crushing hearts suggests that the plantation system destroys the humanity and emotions of enslaved people. So the brutality of plantation labor, these people are going to a plantation, and we said in class that the slave master, or this person that we call bossman, was the plantation overseer. And in this case, this shows how they were really going to work. So as class, you can imagine you going to work all those days, and you're not given anything, you're not paid, you even slapped or whipped because of these works. So I really know that these slaves had a lot of problems. I will also go to the power of slave master. Bossman makes rules. Who walks, who jacks the rope. Bossman refers to the slave master or the plantation overseer who had complete authority over enslaved workers. He decides to work and receives punishment. The phrase jacks the rope may symbolize execution, whipping, or violent punishment, emphasizing the cruelty of slave system. One thing about this boss, which is mentioned so much in the poem, because I feel like there's this another one that says, "Bossman lacks pride, I am hide of darkness." Again, this is where the speaker suggests that the slave master projects his fears onto enslaved person. The word hide implies dehumanization, showing how enslaved Africans were treated as objects or animals. Darkness refers to both blackness, which is the race, and the master's internal fear and guilt. So for me, I feel like when you fear that that power can be taken onto you, you drive it into another person. And this is what the the slave masters were doing, or the bossman, or those plantation overseers. This is what they were doing. In our real life situation, we can take, for example, the way in the past teachers used to beat us like mercilessly. That one I can really testify for that. Again, I want to say that I have another point, which is internalized racism. I forgot to quote Frantz Fanon. Frantz Fanon argues that colonial oppression often leaves deep psychological scars that I forgot to quote Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall explains that Caribbean identity emerged from a history of rupture and displacement caused by slavery. Again, I want to say that there is internalized racism. From a critical perspective, Frantz Fanon explains that in black skin, white masks, that colonial oppression often causes colonized people to develop self-hatred and alienation from their own race. These lines strongly reflect the idea. And I will quote the line, teaching their children to hate their skin to its bitter roots in the bone. Here, Braithwaite shows the long-term psychological damage caused by slavery. The oppressed begin to hate their own black identity, a form of internalized racism. The phrase roots in the bone suggests that this hatred has become deeply ingrained in the identity of the future generations. Even as of now, I mean, let's not go even far to the whites or something. Let's just stay within even Kenya. There's colorism. Some people even opt to employ the light-skinned girls just because they feel they are beautiful. The tribalism that is there in Kenya even right now, that is still alienation, like that is still internalized racism. Let us not even blame all those whites. I mean, yes, the blame comes to their part, but I feel like even as Africans and Kenyans, we still have the internalized racism. For example, this colorism, this tribalism, and it's because of what people went through. So they feel like that's how it should be done. But I feel like we should just appreciate our culture, appreciate where we come from, and appreciate the blacks, and really love our country. I take this opportunity to say that I am done, and thank you for hearing my presentation. Thank you.
Right. Let's listen to another presenter before we appreciate the group. Who is the next to go?
Yes, it's me.
Brian Odhiambo. Just give me 5 seconds. I look for you. Brian Odhiambo. And to make you the co-host for an orderly presentation, Brian Odhiambo, make co-host, confirm, mute all. So Brian, you can now unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right. And even presenters, if you feel like sharing your video, you can still share. Because I've made you the host, you can share your webcam for people to see you so that you present properly. We want to discourage too much hiding. It doesn't really help. If you can share your video.
Okay, so while analyzing the plights of the slave in the voyage, in reference to Braithwaite Kamau, the suffering and devastation of the black people also include alienation, whereby most immigrants have lost sense of belonging, whereby they experience futility of memory and the anguished plea for the next generation to rise. From the poem, or rather, we could highlight whereby the narrator says, recollections bring only pain, yet hope persists amid weakness. He says, yes, I remember, but what good is recollection now when my own mock me? Yet let them rise, O man, O God, O dawning. Let my children rise in the path of the morning, though helpless, caught leaderless, taught foolishness and uselessness and sorrow. O weak the flame, bitter the flower blossoms, blown in the blind path. So, this can be affirmed that these people faced so many problems in the voyage until they became alienated to a point that they see no importance of recollection. And Brad White he explores this through showing fragmentation of the enslaved ones. In their attempt to return, they discover they have no connection with motherland because their own mock them. The persona says that you have come back a stranger after 300 years. So it actually solidifies the internal conflict or the psychological alienation, as Finkelstein, 1965, suggests that in the verse south, the persona says, "We who are born of the ocean can never lack solace in rivers. Their flowing runs on like our longing reproves us, our lack of endeavor and purpose." Yes, now that was my point about alienation. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for that. Any other presenter? Is Brian the last presenter, or there is one more?
Mary Waithera.
Okay, let me make you a co-host so that you present without interference. Mary Waithera. Co-host, confirm, mute all. Okay, so there you can now unmute.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope you are all well.
Yes.
Yes, and I am going to present. I'm going to present a point on the voyage and the suffering in the plantations or in the places of holding, the places they were being held. The first one is physical suffering that we see in the poem Tom, that is page 12. We see that at the beginning, so many seeds, the cotton breeds, so many, our father need go on cotton lands, go on to the bottom lands where the quick cassava grows, where the sick bark dries, where no one knows if they are. Up to that point, we see how enslaved people were forced to work until their bodies literally broke, with little to no medical care for their injuries. Maybe we can say the main illustration in our is that part that says where the sick back dries when no one knows if he lives or dies, which shows the physical suffering. The next point is on the voyage, that is trauma of the Middle Passage. Still in the same poem on Tom, we see the point on links the salt stream of the sea to the arrival of European colonizers who pierced the land. The salt dream, our show, evokes the memory of Atlantic crossing. He also mentions the sailors, that is Cortes, Drake, Magellina, and that Ferdinand, identifying them as the ones who pierced the sea to this land. being upset by scholars and the enslaved only as cargo, the way they were used as for as cargo. That means they were taken as property, not as people. I also quote Paul Gilroy, who also mentions on the part of the voyage saying of Black Antarctic in 1993 argues that the Midrock Passage was not just a historical but a cult-making trauma that centered a unique transnation identity of diaspora. This Atlantic crossing and created a kind of trauma at the voyage. Their crossing, they remember it is more like the way of remembering the crossing. And I am done. I have finished my presentation.
All right. Although at the end you started breaking. So let's give the group a virtual clap. They have collaborated very well. The first member suffered a setback, but they
I
came
can
in.
replace the first.
They
Replace the
came
first
in.
one.
No, we cannot go back. We cannot go back because of time. The three have collaborated and presented well. So we will not go back. We will not go back. So thank you for the presentation. You have cited Finkelstein, 1965, Paul Gilroy. You have also cited Fanon and Stuart Hall, and you have talked about dictatorship of the bosses, brutality of the slave masters, loss of sense of belonging, alienation, and you have also quoted from the poems. So we will not go back, Jimmy. We have 3 more groups to present, so we need to move forward. So thank you, group, for that. So write a good paper and submit. So we now move on to the next group, group 16. Group 16, we have 3 more groups, and they need, so that when we come to class, if we just have 3 groups on Friday, we will finish very early, do the winding up for people to prepare for the exams. So let's now go to group 16. We have already done it 2 hours. Group 16. So group 16 is here. Margaret Nyakinywa. Let's move faster. Let's save time. Margaret Nyakinywa. Absent. Samantha Waweru. Samantha Waweru. Absent. Mary Wangu.
Present.
Mary, show us your face.
Yes.
Right.
I'm present.
Mary. That's Mary. Okay. Ruth Nganga.
Yes.
Ruth Nganga. Absent. Eugene Oganda.
Present.
Eugene, show us your face. Anita Chemgetich. Okay, Eugene, I can see you. It's okay. Anita?
Present.
Anita. Okay, I can see Anita.
Margaret Nikini.
Margaret yako wapi? Margaret?
Ndo mimi.
All right. Margaret.
Present.
Okay.
Samantha.
Samantha ako wapi?
Hey.
Yes, Samantha. Okay. Okay. Wendy Onchere. Wendy Onchere. Boniface Kipkoech.
Present.
Boniface, let me see your face. All right. Boniface. Dima wako? Dima? Joseph Paul? Joseph Paul?
Present.
Let us see your face, Joseph. Stacy Mutua? Joseph, let us see your face. Stacy Mutua?
Present.
Okay, that is Stacy. Joseph, I'm still waiting to see you. Caroline Gitahi? Caroline Gitahi? Elizabeth Atieno? Okay, Joseph Paul. I think I can see Joseph, but very shortly. Elizabeth Atieno? Noah Kipto? So the group has very many people who are absent. Okay, let's, who is the first one? Who is the first presenter? Let's move on. Who is the first presenter?
Me.
Your name?
Boniface.
Boniface who?
Kipkoech.
Umetumia jina gani kwa nini?
Kip.
Which name I've keep, eh? Okay.
Tell me the name you have used so that I make you the co-host. After that, I mute everyone. So Kip, you can now unmute. Kip, you can now unmute. Unmute yourself first.
Yes.
Continue.
We were dealing about a house for Mr. Biswas by Naipaul. Our question was about his language use in the novel. This set book has a satirical language and uses very powerful symbolism to depict a colonial struggle for identity or a personal space. Symbolism, the house acts as a multifaceted symbol of autonomy. Naipaul's language navigates between sharp critique of post-colonial conditions and deeply moving portrayal of Mahoun Biswas' life.
Be audible.
Symbolism.
Be audible. Raise your
Symbolism
voice.
in this text. Okay. Symbolism in this text, we have a Numan house. It symbolizes the suffocating, rigid structure of Hindu traditionalism, communal life, and the stealing of individual identity. It was depicted as a murky house of chaos and tyranny, representing the colonial society. The house also represents Mr. Biswa's yearning for autonomy and personal dignity. It is a third space for Biswa's self-definition against both the Tulsis and the colonial environment. Also, Naples uses the characters as symbols. The little gods, the Tulsi family, symbolizes the chaotic authority that Mr. Biswas tried to escape. And lastly, Naples uses the titles like the cage, the journalist, to reflect the psychological and physical entrapment of Biswa's life. Yes, I'm done. Also, the sea is a symbol of uncertainty and fate. The sea appears several times in the novel and symbolizes danger, unpredictability, and destiny. Early in the story, Mr. Biswa's father dies by drowning, an event that shapes the insecurity of Biswa's childhood. The sea represents the uncontrollable forces that influence human life. That's nature. Yeah, I think I'm done. Next presenter.
Yeah, but we're supposed to give more episodic examples. If you talk about the sea, choose an episode in the book, and
Yes.
give us a more specific illustration. Don't be too general. In literature, if you are too general, you cannot score more than a C. Yeah. So you pick
It was
episodic.
about presentation only.
Choose episodic. If you say satirical, yeah, choose a specific episode. For example, the house, the way Biswa's house is described, or the way the father looks for, he swims in the pool to look for a calf, and then it drowns. So give very, very specific examples. That's what I'm saying. Who is the next presenter?
Thank you.
Okay. Is the next presenter? Tell us the name.
Anita.
Anita. Are you using the name Anita?
Yes.
Chemwetich, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to make you the co-host, and then we mute all. So Anita, you can now unmute yourself.
Okay, I'll take you through irony and humor, which like humor presents serious struggles in a lighter ways. Mr. Biswas achieving his dream of a house, as you know by the title, A House for Mr. Biswas, his struggle to buy a house or to build a house, only for it to be mortgaged at the end, which brings financial ruin rather than freedom. Mr. Biswas always wanted the freedom from the Tulsi family. That's why he always wanted his own house. Again, he spends his life seeking a home to escape the restrictive patriarchal Tulsi's home. Mr. Biswas achieves a measure of independence constantly undermining by poor health and poverty. His poverty and his poor health leads to his family and the 4 children, to have a miserable life. When her wife, Shama, decided to sell potatoes, he refused. And he decided they can sell the car, but also Shama refused. His achieves a measure of independence constantly undermined by his poor health, poverty. He condemns the Tutsis' traditional ways while often engaging in similar hypocritical behavior, such as complaining about needing to support his own children while demanding their obedience. He wanted to support his own family and his own children, but at the same time, because of poverty, he had to seek help from the Tulsi's family. Again, his jobs fail in a funny but sad ways. Like his attempt to run a shop at the chase does not succeed, and he ends up frustrated. And the constant quarrels with Shama and the Tulsi's family. That's all about irony and humor.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if he has to seek help from the Tutsis, and these are the people who really reduced him to nothing. They despised him. He was beaten there. That is really very frustrating. We don't expect that. So basically, in irony, the best way to introduce irony, you say, we expect this to happen, but the contrary happens. So, but you have done very well. Irony has come out very, very well. But I did not see the humor. Where did we laugh? Where do we laugh? Yeah, I did not see the humor. Anita, did I see the humor? The irony came out very strongly, but the humor, maybe unless you talk about instances like the photo when they take the photo after Biswa's father's death, it's like a wonder to the whole village. That is very humorous, and the humor and satire usually move together. And why do you think all these failures? Why does the author insist on Mr. Biswa's failure? What is he really trying to say? But that was a good presentation. I'm just asking the whole group or the whole class. Why do you think the author insists on these failures in Mr. Biswas? To the end, the house is mortgaged. The wife wants to sell potatoes, is it, or whatever, and he refuses. Why all those failures? The book must fit within the author's vision. What is Naipaul's vision for Caribbean?
The struggle for freedom.
Struggle for freedom. Any other reaction? Why all the failures and frustrations in Mr. Biswa's life? Next presenter. Thank you.
Mary.
Mary, okay. Let me just wait for 2 seconds. I protect you from interference. If we just allow it, people will make noise and you won't enjoy the presentation. So make co-host, confirm, mute all, and then you can now unmute Mary.
I'm going to present on simple and direct language, where Naipaul uses very simple and clear language to describe difficult living conditions. When Mr. Biswas lives in the Tulsi house, the building is described as crowded, noisy, and lacking privacy.
many family members live together, and Mr. Biswas has no control over his own pace. Also, when he moves to places like the Chase and the Greenville, the houses are poorly built and uncomfortable. The simple and direct language that Nepal has used there, it helps the reader to clearly see the poverty and suffering in Mr. Biswa's life without confusion. Second point is on Mr. Biswa's childhood. That is the early poverty. When Mr. Biswas is a child, his family lives in very poor condition after his father's death. They struggle to survive, and there is little comfort in their home. Nepal uses words like hunger, insecurity, and dependence to help the reader to easily understand how poverty begins shaping Mr. Biswa's life from an early age. That's my presentation.
And again, Mary, I wish to ask you why this poverty, the houses are poorly built, people live in squalid conditions, or they live in squalor. Why? Why do you think the author is doing this? What is his overall vision? Why the squalor? And as we read these books, don't forget our initial notes when I was teaching you the theoretical aspect. Yeah, you want to say something, Mary? Why the squalor, the poverty? And then when you say, yes, continue. Why the squalor? When you say Biswa's childhood, that is not a style. Your question is on style. So maybe when you say use of simple language, that's okay. Or the best style here is vivid description. There is a lot of vivid description, and the writer shows us exactly, how this life is, how the people's lives is. The people's life is. Now, I keep asking this question and nobody's telling me anything. Next presenter. Next presenter. Is Mary the last presenter? Or there's someone else? Group? Is Mary the last presenter? There are supposed to be 4 presenters, at least. Anita has presented. And then there was a gentleman who presented. Then Mary. There's a final presenter who has not. All right, let's give the group a virtual clap. Anybody from the class? Anybody from the class? Why all these? Why all these? Why the poverty? Why the failures? Anybody who can respond to this before we go to group 17? What is Naipaul's overall vision for the Caribbean? Okay, can you revise your notes? So group 17, Dennis Ndegwa. Dennis, are you present?
Present.
Let me see your face, Dennis. Helen?
Menya.
Okay, Dennis, I can see you. Helen Kinoti. Helen
Present.
Kinoti, where are you? Yes, I know Kellen. I think I can see you. That is Helen. Sylvia Maura. Sylvia Maura.
Present.
Where are you? Sylvia, let me see you. Rachel Mwaniki.
Present.
Where is Sylvia now? And where is Rachel? I can see two people. Is that Rachel?
Yes.
All right. Joseph Muchai. Joseph Muchai. Absent. Okay, Joseph is absent. Martin Jomo. Martin Jomo.
Present.
Martin, let me see you. Cecilia Njeri. Martin, let me see you. Cecilia.
I'm here.
Let me see you. Let me see Martin. Cecilia Njeri.
Present.
Who is Cecilia now?
I'm here.
It is Martin, okay. What about Cecilia? Where are you?
I'm here.
All right, Cecilia. Brian Kahiato.
I'm present.
Where are you, Brian? Let me see you. Michelle.
Present.
Where are you? Where are you, Michelle? All right, you can see Michelle. Brian, where are you? Marion. Brian, I've not seen you.
I'm here.
Right, Brian. Okay, yeah, that's Brian. Michelle. Michelle, where are you?
Present.
Right, I can see Michelle. Marion, Milka.
Present.
Acha niwaone. Acha nione Milka.
Present.
Okay, that's Milka. Mary Wairimu. Collins.
Present.
Let me see
Present.
Collins. All right, Collins. Mary Wairimu uko wapi? Mary is absent. Marion Mwendwa.
Present.
Let me see Marion Mwendwa. Janet Mumbi. Marion Mwendwa, let me see you.
Present.
I have not seen you, Marion. Why are you hiding? Why do you hide? Yeah, don't hide. Yes, that's great. I can see you now. Janet uko wapi? Where's Janet? Janet Mumbi. Alichange. Sawa. Okay, let's move on now. Rastafarianism is a mere protest against white racism rather than a religion. Refute this statement. Who is the first one to go?
So we are going to.
Who is the first presenter?
Zimeni mic.
Tell me your name first.
So we are going to refute the statement that
presenter?
Rastafarianism is a mere protest against white racism rather than religion.
Who is speaking?
Ndegwa, Dennis Ndegwa.
Wait a bit. I make you the co-host so that we do away with a lot of noise. Just wait a bit. Make co-host. Confirm. Mute all. Dennis, you can now unmute yourself. We do that. We have
so.
Okay.
So Rastafarianism, it began with a man called Leonard Howell, He was the first Rastaman who regarded Haile Selassie as the Messiah, titling him the name Gangur Marg. So it arose in the 1930 due to the economic and social poor economic of the black people and the response to the subordination from the white people. So the Rastamans, they believe that African is the origin of the humankind. They believe in Haile Selassie as the Messiah, and they call him Jah. And they believe in Ethiopia as heaven. They call it heaven, and they believe that they are the reincarnation of the ancient Israelites due to the movement of Queen of Sheba. After visiting King Solomon, there was that an agreement was made that the Ark of Covenant was to be taken to Ethiopia, and that's why the Rastaman regard themselves as the second Israelites, the reincarnation of the Israelites. So, in regards with the Rastaman Bible, which is known as the Kebra Negast, you can find that the story of the Makeda, or the Queen of Sheba, visiting King Solomon, and the Tawaihedo was born. The Rastaman religion was born. So they regarded themselves as that. Also, the part about dreadlocks, it's like a symbol, of some of them. They say that you don't have to have dreads to be Rasta. So it's like a symbol that the Rasta, it's not okay. It's not like a symbol. It's, you don't have dread to be Rasta. So yeah. So also we can see that Haile Selassie contributed by allowing the Rastamans to dwell in his land in Ethiopia, which was known as Shashamane. So there's that word Shashamane, which came from the land that Haile Selassie had volunteered to give to the Rastaman, and that word it came to form the slang for the marijuana. They call it Shasha, which is the slang for the weed. So that was all the introduction, and we are going to refute that. Yeah, it is a false accusation to say that Rastafarianism was all about fighting the colonialism. Because we believe that Rastaman was fighting against the colonialism. Many songs have been made about, people like Dube have sung about fighting the white man, Rastaman fighting the white man, but it's not a mere thing of fighting the white man, rather than it's a religion. According to Burning Spear, I said that, why am I a Rastaman? It's because of the Babylon, the situation that we faced in Babylon. So thank you, and that was my introduction. So saying that Rastafarianism is a mere thing to fight white colonialism, it's a false accusation. So my colleagues will support that statement with their points. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Who is the next? Who is the next who is presenting after?
My name is Brian.
Brian.
I'm the next presenter.
Brian, wait a bit. We make you a host. Brian. Brian. Okay, Brian. One name. Because we also have Brian Odhiambo, but we have Brian. But you have used one name, so I'm choosing Brian only. Mute all. So Brian, you can now unmute. that you have your time without disturbance. Unmute and proceed.
Yes, the first point is a theological foundation rooted in Ethiopia Christianity. So far from being solely a political group, Rastafari has substantive theological core derived from Eastern Orthodox Christianity. Scholar Mazia R. Colitri notes in Beyond Rastafari that the movement's beliefs are rooted in Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. So to support this point, we have sub answers. There is a divine connection to the Ethiopian leadership. Rastafari followers revere Haile Selassie I as the living God or Jah and the Messiah. He is given titles such as Kings of Kings and also Lion of Judah, which is interpreted as the fulfillment of the biblical prophecy linked to Ethiopia. This is evident with the scholarly work of Ernest Cashmore. This is also there is a quote in the Bible in Psalms chapter 68 verse 31 where they quote Prince shall come out of Egypt, Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hand unto God. They show Ethiopia's significant in their belief as Rastafarians. So we have also the Solomonic lineage. Rastafaris believe Haile Selassie belongs to the Solomonic dynasty, which traces its ancestry to King Solomon and Queen of Sheba. This lineage is described in the Kebra Negast, key Ethiopian text revered by Rastafarians. And it is also, we have a source, biblical source, 1 Kings chapter 10, 1-3, where we find the story of King Solomon and Queen of Sheba. Our third evidence on theological foundation in Ethiopia, we have Ethiopia they believe Ethiopia is their spiritual homeland. Ethiopia is viewed as Zion, as a promised land and a place of redemption in contrast to Babylon, which represent oppression and colonial systems. That's all about the theological foundation rooted in Ethiopian Christianity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. That is very brief and articulate. So who is the next? Who is the next presenter?
My name is Martin Jomo.
Martin, have you saved yourself as Martin?
Yes, EH201 0724.
EH?
201 0724.
EH201 0724.
Yeah.
Let me make you a co-host so that you don't have a lot of don't have a lot of disturbance or interference from others. So you can unmute yourself, Martin. Unmute yourself, Martin, and continue. Unmute yourself. Just click on the microphone.
Okay. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay, I was saying Rastafari is a sacred canon and theological literature. Rastafari has developed its own canon of sacred texts that function as scripture, providing theological guidance and establishing its historical and spiritual identity. This answers the questions. It refutes the statement that Rastafarianism is a mere protest against white racism rather than religion. I'll provide texts that support my argument. The first text is the Holy PB. It's often called the Black Man's Bible. This text was compiled in the 1920s and lays a foundational theological framework for the movement. The second text is the Kebra Nagast. It's also known as the Glory of Kings. This is a 14th century Ethiopian text that Rastas revere. It tells the story of the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon, establishing the Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopian emperors, including Haile Selassie I, and connecting Rastas directly to the sacred lineage. That is my point, refuting the statement. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Brief but to the point. Actually, that is wonderful. We are learning a lot about Rastafarianism, and I'm happy. Who is the next? Who is the last presenter?
I am the last presenter,
Your name?
Sylvia.
Have you saved yourself as Sylvia?
No,
Hmm.
we are sharing a device.
Whose device? Give me the
Michelle.
name of, yes?
Michelle.
Michelle, okay. Michelle, so that I make you the co-host. You know, once you are given your time, people will not disturb you. You will so mute all. So you can now unmute. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself now. Yes, continue.
Okay. Our last point is the presence of unique rituals, practices, and ethical framework. Rastafari is characterized by a distinct set of rituals and practices that shape the daily lives of its adherents, which is a hallmark of any religion. Examples of these rituals, ritual number one is the ritual use of ganja, also known as cannabis. Cannabis is considered as a sacrament in the Rastafarian religion that aids in meditation, biblical study, and achieving a higher state of consciousness. This practice, which is a historical link to Indian indentured laborers in Jamaica, is a form of ritualized worship. A scholar by the name Chevans B. in the year 1994 explains ganja as a holy herb that is smoked in a ritual context to deepen spiritual insights. Another example of a ritual in the Rastafarian culture is the ceremonial gatherings. Key practices include groundations, which are communal gatherings for prayers, discussions, and chanting. Music in form of the nyabishi. Drumming is a core element of worship, serving as a form of prayer and a means of spiritual elevation. A scholar by the name Barrett L.E. in the year 1997 details reasoning sessions explaining how ganja is used to collectively enhance communal spirituality and dialogue. That is all about the unique rituals and practices. And as a group, we concluded that categorizing Rastafari as a mere protest is to overlook its rich It's to overlook its rich theological tapestry, from its adoption of Ethiopian Orthodox doctrines and its own sacred canon of texts to its unique rituals, language, and sacramental way of life. Rastafari exhibits all characteristics of an established and independent world religion. While political protest and social critique are integral components, they are driven by a deep and enduring theological worldview. That is all on my presentation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Let's give the group a virtual clap. That's good. There's good mastery of content. And we appreciate. So the last group, group 18. Let's go to the last group for today. Group 18. Faith Gurugat. Are you present, Faith?
Yeah.
All right, that is Faith. Martha Kosgei.
Present.
Where are you, Martha? Let's see you. Do it like Faith. Martha, where are you? Show us your face. There's no point hiding. Show us your face, Martha. Janet Mumbi, you are everywhere. You are here again. Where is Martha? Martha Kosgei.
I'm present.
Let me see you. I want to see the person. Unajificha nini? Yeah, that is it. Yeah. That is sign of confidence. Wacha tukuone. That's great. Janet, uko wapi? Janet, you are everywhere. Janet Mumbi. Your name is now in 3 groups. Huh? Where do you belong to? Do you belong to this group, Janet?
Yes.
Let me see you. Lucy got. Okay, that's great. Lucy Gadoni.
Present.
Uko wapi, Lucy? Lucy, wacha tukuone. Wacha watu wakuone. Hey, good. Ruth Cherop.
Present.
Where are you, Ruth? Ruth, where are you?
I'm here.
Don't see you.
My screen is not responding.
Ruth Chepkiach. Let me see you, Ruth Chepkiach. Ruth Chepkiach, are you present? Terry Muregi. So Ruth Chepkiach is absent.
I'm present.
Where are you?
I'm here.
All right. Terry Muregi. Mutemi Alice. Alice Mutemi, are you present? Alice is absent. Emma, 2388. John Wayne, 2368. There is somebody, 2761. Janet, 4666. Are you present? Absent. Naomi, 493. Benedict, 852.
Present.
Uko wapi? Okay. Benedict is present. Naomi? All right, you are the last group.
Naomi.
So let's continue. Who is the first to present? Who is the first? Tell me your name. Are you ready to present? Group 18, or you are not ready? Is it Janet? Janet, are you the first presenter? Janet, are you the first presenter?
No.
Who is the first presenter? Please, let's hurry up. People are tired. We want to leave. We have been here from 1:30. Who is the first presenter? Are you ready to present?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, who is the first presenter?
Ruth Cherop.
Ruth Cherop. So let me choose Ruth. Ruth Cherop. Ruth, make co-host. Mute all. So Ruth, you can now unmute yourself and proceed. Ruth, unmute yourself.
So our question was, immigrant characters experience varying degrees of hybridization. Justify this with Velma Poland's homestretch. So in the book, in Velma Poland's homestretch, hybridization isn't a uniform state. It is a spectrum. In that, the characters navigate the in-between space of the Caribbean roots and Western influences, and their successes in doing so. My first point was the balanced hybrid. That was the characters that are used to are David and Edith, whereby David and Edith they represented a successful and a very harmonious hybridization. In the book, it shows that they spent 30 years in England, and they didn't return to Jamaica as the same people who left Jamaica. What am I trying to say is that they adopted the British sensibilities or punctuality in certain social graces and broader global perspectives, but they haven't lost their Jamaicanness. I hope my point. I hope my point is correct. And then
Okay, your point is correct, but maybe you can just can you give some example? I'm happy. Actually, you are on the right track, and I'm happy you have interpreted the question very well. But can you maybe give us some specific example? What are some of the mannerisms they adopted, some cultural values they adopted, and what shows that they have not left their culture completely? Just something specific.
Pardon, I didn't get it right.
I'm saying we just want some more specific example. What are some of the new cultures they have adopted, and what are some of the African or Caribbean cultures they have not left? Just be a bit more specific. Otherwise, you are on the right track.
Okay. The new cultures that Edith and David adapted were like, mm, the punctuality and the planning. For instance, in the Caribbean context of island time, David and Edith brought back a rigid adherence to schedule and organize community development. And that wasn't just a habit, it is a cultural tool that they used to help rebuild their home village. And another example is emotional reserve, whereby this couple, that is David and Edith, they had a certain level of British stiff upper lip or emotional containment while they remain warm, whereby the approach to problem solving is more structured and less impulsive compared to the Jamaicaness.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, my second point was the cultural conflict, and I used Brenda as one of the characters. Brenda represented the struggle of hybridization, whereby she grew up in England as a child of immigrant. She experiences a more fractured sense of self, and she isn't fully British because of the racism and the marginalization she faces. Yet she initially feels like an outsider to Jamaican culture. This was a dislocation for me, where her hybridization is marked by a sense of loss and unbelonging. And also, she has to actively work to reclaim her Jamaican heritage, and that is a process, and it is often painful and confusing. That was my second point.
So which type of hybridity is Brenda? Is it the same as David
Is
and
a struggle of for Brenda, I took it as a struggle of hybridization. Yeah.
I think that's the one we now call in between hybridity, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Brenda, yeah, I'm happy you have not placed her under the same hybridization or hybridity with David and Edith. But this is the one we call in between identity or in between hybridity. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the instances that I used for Brenda's, where the adaptation is initially forced. She speaks the English of a Londoner to fit into a society that views her as the other, in brackets, is the other.
Right. Are you through, or you have another point?
No, I had only 2 points.
All right. Who is the next person? Who is the next presenter, please? Group. Who is the next presenter? After Ruth, who is the next presenter? Who is the next presenter? Did you discuss group or you did not discuss?
We discussed.
Yeah, so who is the next presenter?
Mlete hapa hivi.
Ruth, you have no one to assist you.
We were so many who had said that they'll present. I don't know why they're silent again.
Okay, then you can present everything. Just present everything. So because people are tired, we want to end. So you can help them so that we just finish. You can just help them and
Okay. Okay. The third one was the intellectual. The third one was the intellectual hybrid, where it was a double consciousness. We said that, and we still used Brenda as a character, whereby we say that characters like Brenda and Laura experiences hybridization through education. They trained in the Western academic tradition, providing them with the colonial framework for logic and history, yet their lived experiences is Black and Caribbean. Okay, we say that in critical distance, the degree of hybridization allows them to look at Jamaica not just with nostalgia, but with a critical eye, where they analyze the sociopolitical issues of the island using the tools of the British education system. And the result was like intellectual tourists in their own home, and they were capable of getting deep love from the culture, but unable to ignore the systematic problems they were taught to identify while they were abroad. That was our third point. Yeah. Another one was material and the aesthetic hybridization. And we still use David and Edith as one of the characters to analyze this hybridization, whereby we say that David and Edith home becomes a physical manifestation of a hybrid life, and it might feature Caribbean architecture suited for the heat, but the interior decor, the libraries and the specific kitchen appliances reflect a lifestyle adapted in the UK. We see that in David's and Edith's house, the kitchen appliances and the libraries and the interior decor, the description that the writer used, it showed that they were from the British culture, not the Jamaican culture. They were used to the British culture. Yeah, those were the points that we had.
All right. Thank you for the effort. But I want you to look at it from this trajectory.
Okay.
First, I saw when you talked about balanced hybridity, that was the best point. Balanced hybridity refers to what we call shared sense hybridity, where a character has maybe 50% Caribbean and 50% British. So that somebody like Laura, if you look at Laura very well, Laura is very stable. She has attained like 50% from the British and 50% Caribbean. That's why she does not complain about Caribbean. She does not complain about England. So, so that is one of the best examples. It is called shared sense hybridity. Maybe if I get time, I will show you some scholars who have talked about that. There's a scholar called Suleiman 2014, who talks about types of hybridity. So one is shared sense hybridity, and it comes out very clearly in David and Edith. Then we talked about fractured hybridity. That's the one I will call in between identity, which is evident in Brenda. Then when you talk about intellectual and these others, there is one called Western skewed, Western or foreign skewed hybridity, where the immigrant is inclined towards a foreign culture. They abandon their own, they don't value their own, and they lean towards the foreign culture. And maybe that's the one you are talking about as you finished. We look at a character like Evan Smith. If you look at Evan Smith, he comes under this category. He is not so much interested in Caribbean. Yeah. Even when he leaves England, when he leaves US, he goes to England. And he is not so much interested in home. So look for characters who lean towards a foreign culture. That's why you can call it Western or foreign skewed hybridity. Skewed is SKEWED. Yeah, they lean towards a foreign culture. Then you can also talk about an ethnic skewed hybridity, characters who are interested so much in home. They're interested so much in home. They have adopted some foreign culture, but they are interested so much in home. It is called ethnic skewed hybridity. Ethnic skewed hybridity. They think so much about Caribbean, and they are more interested in Caribbean than abroad. Maybe you can think about somebody like Charlie because he does not even move. But if you analyze him properly, you will see that he has an aspect of Western culture. Although Charlie is not an immigrant, so look for immigrants, immigrants in the book who lean towards Caribbean identity, but they may be abroad. I don't know what about Mrs. Saul. Think about Mrs. Saul because she plays a very important role in talking to the immigrant children like Brenda and others in the homeschool, and she helps them connect with what? With the motherland. Yeah. So that is called ethnic skewed hybridity. These are the ones who are not loved. They are not loved when they are abroad. They are not loved by the what? By the host nations. Because if they are Muslims or if they are Muslims, they will practice Islamic culture, at the heart of London. And so because of that, they are not really loved. So what I want to appreciate the group, at least it was a tough question, but I like the way you were able to crack it. Two of your points were correct. So I just want you to add ethnic skewed hybridity and Western skewed hybridity. I know it was a tougher question, but you have done something. So let's clap for the group. Let's give them a virtual clap for. So I'm giving you those points for your paper. Ensure you write your paper, and please follow the structure I've given you in that particular on WhatsApp. I've given you a paper on WhatsApp. Please read it and then learn something from it so that you write a good paper. So anybody with a question or a complaint, we now want to enter our lesson. We have done imagine from 1:30, and thank you for the patience. So that we just remain with 3 groups to go. Anybody with something to say? I want to save this recording. Ruth, what do you want to say? Ruth Nganga, which complaint do you have? Maybe you can communicate on we can use WhatsApp. We can use WhatsApp to have, I was unavailable. Ruth, you are unable to. So Ruth, you are absent. Which group was that? Ruth, which group is that? Just text. We are going group 16. Okay. Any other? So I will share the recording with you for those who want to watch. So thank you for attending. Have a great evening. Have a great evening. If you have complaints, we can share on WhatsApp group. So have a great evening.